Hello blog followers, it is me. It's only been a couple of days since my last video post. I've had a crappy day. I'm actually almost glad that I got rejected on my first go so that I could share this with you. So, spoiler alert. My first agent submission ended up as a rejection, so boo. It was actually quite a nice rejection. So I sent the query, and I got a request for pages, so I sent the pages. And then my response today, which was way faster than I was told. I was told it was going to take 2 to 4 weeks, and it took 5 days. So I'm actually quite impressed, especially since the agent that I queried is in sort of a professional venue change. They joined a new agency, so that's kind of a big deal, and I know that said agent is quite busy. So, but basically the way that it read was, thank you for the pages. Even though we're in a state of change right now, I do handle all of these myself, and I handle them thoroughly, and this is just not for me. So, and then it was like, thank you for sending them, and good luck with all your publishing endeavors. So it was a very, very polite message. Still bums me out, obviously. No one wants to be told no. I was actually thinking, and I don't know if this is true or not, I was actually thinking, especially as I started to write my book 2, that perhaps my work might be a little dark for this agent. So, I guess I'm not really surprised that I was told no. It still is kind of a bummer, so it is what it is. I was trying not to get too bent out of shape about it. Most people don't nail it on agent number 1. And I was trying not to believe I would ever be an exception to that rule. But at the same time, because of everything that's going on with life right now, especially with the jobs, this had become a lot more about being successful than it had started. Because when I started doing this, it was more just about sharing my stories with the world and letting people read them. Because I didn't really necessarily care how much money I was going to make on it. And then when I lost half my hours, it kind of became a little bit more serious, and I was like, maybe the universe is trying to tell me to write. And now I really wanted to make it in this, so being rejected kind of sucked. I'm going to be okay. I'm not necessarily that worried about it, because, number one, it was my first agent, so being rejected is almost like a given for your first agent. I don't know of any writer that got accepted on their first agent. Now, that said, there are some fun statistics out there for you if you are in the same boat or think that you might ever end up in the same boat as me or as others. Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, was rejected, I think, 12 times. Chicken Soup for the Soul was rejected 120 times. There are a whole bunch of famous works that got to be very popular that were rejected a bunch of times. I think Stephen King was rejected like 20 times. So it really is all about making sure that you query the right agent at the right time. I still have 2 queries outstanding. One of them was supposed to take 4 weeks, and one of them was supposed to take 8. So I still have a plan in motion. If those 2 also fail, I think I'll be reevaluating. Mostly because it's not that I want to say that I won't commit to a certain path, but I feel like I could be successful on either path. So if I don't get selected by an agent, I'm not going to be super brokenhearted. I would be really excited if they chose me. But like I said, I am still bummed out. So I texted Frankie. I just texted her, rejected. She popped online like 5 minutes later. Like, I'm here! Are you okay? So I really appreciate her for that. She managed to talk me away from the edge a bit. Needless to say, my motivation took a deep dive. I almost went to the gym today. That didn't happen. So her and I rediscussed our plan of action from here on out, and so we have a very definitive if-then. If the 2 that I still have out there are not interested, I am going to probably self-publish. That's sort of a you and me secret. Agents don't like to hear that you're thinking about self-publishing, I'm told. So, I'm not going to go ahead and pull the trigger while there's still queries out there, because that would be rude. I would really love to have an agent, but I don't necessarily feel like that's the only way to be successful, so I'm not scared. That said, I got out of work today, and then it started to kind of sink in a little bit more, and I got more bummed out. And my husband has been really nice, so we got beer and pizza and ice cream, and my internet has basically been shut down all night, so I haven't tweeted, I haven't Facebooked. I actually lost 4 Twitter followers today. I don't know if they got the memo I'd been rejected, or if they just are as fickle as the rest of my Twitter followers, but it is what it is. Facebook has been fairly supportive. And I wrote about 500 words in a new work in progress today, in first person, which is one I don't usually write in, just for the hell of it. And then I started to pass out, so I started to take a nap. And obviously I don't have the motivation to write a story today, so I've been reading. Patrick Rothfuss is the Name of the Wind. I'm this far through it. Not very far. I'm working on it. I've been distracted. I finished watching Gallivant, and I'm 15% of the way through a free ebook called Cloven Hoof. And that's pretty funny. The other thing is that I downloaded my whole story in its edited, perfected form to my Kindle again, and I let my roommate read it. So that's about where I stand right now. I'm sort of just a blah mess. But I'm actually kind of glad in a way that I was rejected, so that I could share the blah mess with you, because this is kind of what it looks like. This is my 3rd beer. My life right now is so, I don't even know. I had a great job, then I lost half my hours, which, as I found out today, ends up being $964 a month before taxes. It's a pretty significant chunk of money. That's just gone. So, and I don't have a new job yet to replace it, so that's where my job is. And of course, now I have a manuscript to query that currently nobody wants. And, yeah, so I'm like a 50-50 author. I'm like a 50-50 employee. I'm like a 50-50 human being. So I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. I'm gonna keep trying. Just stick in there, follow your dreams and all of that jazz. I don't know. So yeah, I promised you some rejection misery. Here it is. I will keep you updated. I do still have 2 more agents to hear back from. Now, just to reiterate, the agent that I did hear back from was very polite. And, you know, sometimes you're just not the right fit, and I get it. And I actually had kind of a feeling that I wasn't going to be the right fit for her, so. I think writing darker fantasy, probably, I'm going to have trouble finding a place for it. I'm not really what's popular right now either, but at the same time, I'm not going to be waiting 2 years to get this book published. I worked really hard on it, and people want to read it, so I will wait what I think is a nominal amount of time. Nominal? Ignore me. And then I'm just going to go for it. I'm an impatient person. It actually shows in my writing, kind of, too. I'm just quite impatient. I'm babbling. That's dumb, and I shouldn't force that upon you at all. But I did say I was going to whine on camera and probably cry and whine and babble a lot, so here you go. At least I didn't cry. Not yet. I do, however, sense an impending nervous breakdown, because pairing what's going on with my actual career and what's going on with my writing career, I'm taking it pretty hard. Creativity is definitely taking a dive. I'm not feeling the words right now. So I think what I'm going to do is take the time to read and watch some TV or something and do something else for a little while, because I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable in my skin right now, and that's never good. So I gotta reevaluate. Frankie's working on Malevolence, and she's cooking too. So the plan is, this is the tentative plan, of course. Don't tell the agents. This is for you. Frankie's gonna finish Malevolence, which is what I've been waiting for a very long time. Her and I are gonna trade stories, make them beautifully perfect, ready for self-publishing. If my 8-week window comes and passes, no word from the agents, her and I will be ready to pull the trigger. And then we're going to start building our self-publishing thing. If I hear from an agent, fantastic! And I'm going to move on with that. If I don't, then we're moving on. But that's where we're at right now. So it starts with Malevolence. And it goes on from there. That's it. So if you have any questions for me, or if you would like to express your condolences, or your encouragement, or you share your experiences with also rejection and all of that nonsense, whatever's, feel free. And I will see you guys around. Thanks for following.